Hello and good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. This is Charlotte Piper from DragonflyOracle.com. It is Guru Tuesday, and today I have with me Zen Jin from Aarya Wellness or Aarya Yoga and Wellness, and she is a badass boss babe yogini that I've had the pleasure of working on some projects with. And I'm so happy to bring her to the online community through this Guru Tuesday broadcast today. And we have some really exciting news. There's a lot of stuff going on for Zen Jin. And without further ado, I'll let her kind of introduce herself. And then we have some announcements, and we'll get into the nitty gritty of who Ms. Jin is.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Jennifer Scaringella, also go by Zen. You can call me whichever you like. And I'm out here in Oakland, California, just rocking it and having a great morning. Hope everybody's doing well.
Awesome. And so we both have a couple of really cool things happening for us, and stars align, so to speak, with respect to who enters your circle of influence, and that is always really pertinent. For myself personally, of course, again, I'm the owner of DragonflyOracle.com. Lots of really exciting things going on in my world, but today the focus is on what's going on with Jin. And there's a couple of things that I want to, bring up right away before we get started with the Q&A. And that is a super fun retreat that is coming up in October. Jen, could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, absolutely. So the retreat in October, it's the 19th to the 24th. We're going to be on a beach in Mexico in Los Perlos. It is Hotel Buena Vista, and the resort offers so many beautiful, unique options for a yoga and wellness retreat. So we're also going to have yoga twice a day. There's going to be meditation. We're going to also have some nutrition classes, and then we'll have aromatherapy classes and detoxing and fun things. So it is a full-on yoga and health retreat. So I'll be the facilitator. I'm also going to be available for extra sessions for life coaching, for energy work, for reflexology. It's going to be an amazing trip.
Excellent. And did you mention what dates?
Yeah, it's October 19th to the 24th.
Awesome. And we can find out more information on how to enroll in that retreat at your website, which is www.aarya.wellness.com, which of course is spelled Aarya, and then of course wellness, WELLNESS.com. And that's really exciting. I hope that you guys take advantage of the opportunity to participate in a retreat with this lovely boss babe we have with us today. And with that, I wanted to go ahead and transition right into our Q&A. And I've learned, obviously, a lot about you because of what we're doing today. But one thing that I was surprised to learn is that your background is actually in social work. And could you tell me and the audience a little bit about what you learned during your time as a social worker?
Yes, absolutely. As a social worker, I originally went in to work with women who were going through domestic violence and sexual assault. As a personal survivor myself, I found it very important to give back to other women who were in need. So as my time in the field, I worked with children and families, and I was able to see firsthand, the struggles that other people go through. I was able to see the behavioral issues that arose from kids living in domestic violence and being sexually assaulted. I saw how women were affected in their daily lives. It wasn't just their emotional health that suffered. I was able to, go off my intuition. I learned how to trust my own instincts. when I felt something was wrong with a client, it was, typically I was right. And so I had to learn, a lot of self-trust through the process as well as a social worker, because you're going through a lot of emotional experiences with your clients. And, a lot of people, they say don't take your work home with you. And, as you're in that environment every single day, you have to learn a lot about yourself, how to help yourself, and also how to help all of your clients. So that was some of the biggest effects that the social work field had on me. And it's really allowed me to assist my life coaching clients and some of my other clients today.
Okay, thank you for that. I guess we're a couple of our folks that are tuning in are saying that they're having some audio issues. So let's see. You said that do you have a pair of earbuds that have a microphone on them? Okay, yeah. Would you mind grabbing those real quick just to make sure that might actually alleviate the audio problems. Before we move on, so of course we want to be able to hear you.
Okay, is that better?
Well, I can hear you just fine, but let's see.
Audience, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I think we're good to go. So, with that, what made you decide to make the transition from social work into what you're doing now?
It was a life-changing event, honestly. I was in a car accident in a winter where Kansas City there was a lot of ice, and it was my first real, social work job. And it was a hard winter emotionally at the shelter. There was a lot going on. I was in this car accident, and I remember as I hit the wall that my whole life kind of flashed in front of my eyes. And I wasn't living my purpose. I wasn't living my true passion. And I realized that I had more to give to the world, and that my time spent at the shelter and in the social work field had come to an end. And that's when I started the process after that car accident to figure out where I want to go and what I wanted to do to help people on a different level.
It's kind of interesting how things like that can really change your life, because that was sort of like, for me, that was sort of the turning point as well. The thing I picked up on was out of what you said, well, most is you kind of when you hit the wall, and I mean that definitely can be metaphorical and as well as obviously the physical ramifications. But it's like sometimes the universe has to get your attention in that way in order to inspire you to move to your move more into what you've been sent here to do. And it's so funny.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
That we resonate on that level, because my car accident was in February, and that was when I really had to assess what it is I was doing with my life, and if I was happy with what I was doing. So that's definitely inspirational, and we want to inspire people to get there without having to go through something like that.
Exactly,
right?
Because it's not a fun experience, but it's always those life lessons that help propel you forward.
Yes.
So you always just got to look at it the bright side and know that everything happens for a reason.
Absolutely, I agree 100%. So you were led to yoga. Were you led to yoga first, or was it Reiki, or where did the transition actually happen for you?
The transition really started with knowing that as a vegan for many years that I wanted to help people with holistic nutrition. So I left social work field and I started working at a chiropractic office so I could be in a holistic wellness environment. And then from there, I developed a lot of health problems, partially that were flared up whenever I had the car accident. But that's a whole other long story. So I started my education down holistic nutrition and started working with essential oils and herbal supplements and continuing, learning about the acid alkaline based diet. And as that continued on, I added in Reiki because it's something I used for myself and I saw the benefits of it firsthand. And so by the chance of the universe, it just happened to just fall into my lap that I was able to get my Reiki certifications almost back to back. So it was a very easy process for me to go through. And I was also doing energy work since the time I was a little girl. So it's something that came natural to me, and it was more, it was just another avenue. So adding Reiki along with my own natural abilities as it is. And so I started, seeing clients mainly for holistic nutrition and energy work. And then it dawned on me like, oh, I can also offer life coaching because, I've been in social work and I've been through so much myself and have transformed my own life that, I have an understanding and I can provide, through my own experiences plus my education and then my other experiences through my career, what I could, do for other people, and especially working with, women, what they can do to get themselves, through those dark times to the end of their tunnel where they can see the light and they have the hope and that they are, having the inspiration to move forward and to better their lives, transformation. And it's been a long process, and yoga, that didn't come into play until, probably this past December was when I actually started to think about even teaching yoga because people were starting to ask me about it. And I was like, I never thought about it before. So it's, really something new for teaching, but my personal practice has been around for years. Yoga helped me through a lot of healing with my traumas that I've been through from childhood all the way through adulthood. And it's also been something that has helped me with weight loss. It has also helped me with fibromyalgia. And it's just made a huge impact on my life. Spirituality, bringing self-awareness. My self-esteem has, shot through the roof. Nobody probably knows it and doesn't think so. But I used to be a very shy, scared little girl. And I, wanted to hide from the world. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to have relationships. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to work. I just wanted to live in my bed and watch TV and hide. Mm-hmm. So coming from that to where I am has, been a blessing through all of the natural health modalities that I offer. And that's partially why I offer so many different avenues, because it's not going to be just one thing that help us heal. It's going to be multiple practitioners. It's going to be multiple health alternatives. It's, going to take a community to rebuild ourselves. It's not like one event or one person in our life, affected us. It's usually a cascade, a waterfall of events and people that have changed and shaped our lives, who have created scars in our emotional patterns, our behavioral patterns. And it takes time to rebuild that and to find the direction that you want to go and to get back to your true authentic self. And so yoga, I know I just went off on a total side tangent, but yoga has definitely been my biggest avenue for my personal growth.
Excellent. Well, you covered the next question that I had for you with which was, what do you enjoy about yoga the most? So, but no, I mean that's the whole point of doing these interviews and these broadcasts is to shine a light on who you are and what you're doing here and what your passion is. And I find it inspirational in the very least. And I know that there's many other people that find it inspirational. And one thing that you touched on that resonates with me is getting people in touch with their true authentic self, because there's a lot of people that are kind of hiding behind a mask of whatever it would be for whatever reason. There's so many reasons out there, and And it's been my experience that when we can tap into that point of authenticity, that's when stuff really starts to flow and really really works for us.
That's when your energy moves. That's when your life manifests to what you want and where you should be.
Indeed.
It's all energy, and it all shifts. And if you are just open to it and allow yourself to heal and to be who you are and not judge yourself, that's when you can start to express who you are. And that's when things will naturally, people will come into your life. Situations will just happen like that. Opportunities will come to your doorstep. And it's without, you don't have to plan it. You don't have to think about it. It will just naturally happen because you're no longer swimming against the current. You're not fighting and pushing through. You're allowing it to just flow naturally.
Right. Be like water, right?
Be like water.
Awesome. So, well, that transitions really well into my next question for you. We've been talking a little bit about some experiences that you've been having with your Reiki practice lately. Did you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So, with Reiki and energy work, it's been a long time. I've always kind of seen and felt and had a deep intuition, and very empathetic towards my clients. And lately, there's been a huge shift in myself as a practitioner. I've been a lot more open to the energies around us and the energies of myself and my clients to really go farther in depth. And, I've been noticing there's been more colors, there's been more sensations in the body, there have been more, I guess, so to say, visions of things personally for my clients, and different auras that that are coming through, and different, I guess, archangels, we can call them, right?
Yes.
So there's a lot of shifts going on energy-wise in my business as well. And it's all just expanding. And again, it's about embracing who you are. And once you do that, so much is going to come through. You're going to grow as a person. And that's exactly what is happening. And is one of my long loves of my life. And as a child, I didn't understand what it was. And just knowing seeing the video in my head from when I was a little girl in my closet doing energy work, to as a teenager, working on, my animals or my friends, and now coming to where I'm at, where I'm actually, affecting others people's lives, and I can help them understand the way that their bodies are feeling, just through simple touch and energy work. And it's just a blessing, and it's huge impact going on right now. I do believe that there's going to be even more to come with the energy work, and seeing, with the different energies and auras and the angels.
That's so exciting. I love to hear about how you can take a seed or an idea and really crack it open through your point of authenticity to create this expansive sort of presence that invites in so many things that you may have thought about, but so many things that maybe you hadn't imagined before. And that's a really beautiful thing. So throughout your course of your career, can you tell us who some of your your biggest influences have been, as far as like people who have inspired you, or people who have maybe helped push you along the way?
Absolutely. First and foremost is my mom. My mom is a very strong woman. She raised 3 kids on her own, and she's been through hell and back, and I love her to pieces.
Beautiful.
We've been through hell and back together. But she just reminds me that there's so much crap that comes our way, and if you just remain strong, and you can find it within yourself to love yourself, to love your life and the people around you, that, you know, anything is possible, that you can change your life and you can have a better life of what you envision and what you want. Another really big influence in my life was one of my counselors in middle school and high school. Her name is Matlock, and she was always there for me. She always kept pushing me through, you know, whether it was something going on in my personal life, whether it was school, you know, going into college, which I didn't even want to go to college. So she's also played a huge impact as well. She's a very strong woman too, and I could go on and on. I have a long list of women in my life who have impacted me, people who were in the social work field, dear friends of mine, especially Eva, my girlfriend. We've been friends since we were 12. If you guys follow me on my personal Facebook page, you probably see her posted all over it.
Sure.
But she is my soul sister. We are friends through and through. We've been together through the good, the bad, everything in between, you know, and she's been my rock, and she also keeps me going and keeps me inspired. She's a massage therapist in Oklahoma City, and she started her own business. You know, we have both kind of picked ourselves up from the mud, and we've helped each other along the way. So much love to her. Mwah. Love you, Eva. So yeah, those are probably my top 3 women in my life that have truly impacted me, but there is a list longer. It like rolls out the door. It's so long. I'm surrounded by a lot of amazing women, and to be more myself and to allow my business to continue to grow and for myself to grow personally, just more and more just keep trickling in. So, you know, tune in next year. I'll probably have about 20 more ladies that have impacted my life.
It's great to have a sisterhood, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I find inspiring about conscious women in business these days, such as yourself, is we're starting to embrace. There's a movement where we're embracing each other as opposed to trying to compete with each other, and
exactly, we have each other's back.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, in order for women to heal, that's one of the first steps, is we need to heal each other, and so it is inspiring to watch, you know, the sisterhood as it evolves. Okay, so with that, moving on from influences, where do you derive some of your greatest inspiration?
Most of my inspirations really come through self-meditation and self-reflection. That's where anything that happens through my business side of things, all my ideas, I'm constantly taking notes and writing things down. But that's where, you know, turning inwards and seeing what I want to create and recognizing my past of things that I wasn't happy with, and just seeing where I want to go, and seeing that other women are building their own businesses as well. So it all kind of blends together. I love following all the different boss babes on Instagram and Facebook, and again, it's, you know, the community of women that are so inspiring. And so with self-reflection and creating friendships and having the rapport with other women, that's what keeps me going. That's, you know, seeing everybody's like, I achieved this today and I'm doing this with my business, and, you know, different things may come up. You know, some women be like, oh shit, all of a sudden I'm diagnosed with breast cancer, or oh, now I'm having a baby, not on my schedule. But guess what? I'm going to own it. I'm going to rock it. I'm going to move forward. And that's what keeps me going, is because there's, you know, just like with my mom, with Eva, you know, I've seen the shit that gets thrown in life's way, or obstacle. It's the opportunity to continue growing and healing. It just might take you a little bit more hard work, but it's a lesson that, you know, we have to learn. So just taking a look at the women around me, and also, you know, being aware of myself, is what keeps the inspiration going.
That's beautiful. I am 100% in agreement with that, for sure. Small surprise, right? And something that we've talked about on numerous occasions is the inspiration behind the name that you gave your business, which is Aarya Wellness. Not everybody
Ah.
really knows what that is. Could you
No, they
enlighten us?
don't. Absolutely. Well, my business used to be called Healing Hands Holistic Wellness, and it was primarily focused towards Reiki work and herbal supplements. Everybody thought I was a massage therapist for one, which I am not. Um, and once I moved my business out of my home and into a studio space in Kansas City, where I used to be located, I decided it was time to change my business name and to redirect my business a little bit and to get more of a focus. So I just, I went into meditation and this name popped into my head. I've never heard of it before. I was like, what is Aarya? So I started, I just Googled it. I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's perfect. Aarya is, goddess Parvita. She's a powerful woman. She, is a healer. It means, noble woman. How many of us, we don't believe the strength in ourselves. We don't believe, the goddess within us, that we can achieve what we want, that we can put, as soon as we put our shoes on, we walk out that front door, that we can take the world on. We have to, dig deep. And goddess Parvita, it's what she's all about, is succeeding, moving forward, love and healing. And that's what I want to incorporate into my business, my mission. It is, my path to embrace and empower and educate the women around me and the women that are seeking help that haven't been able to. And the power behind the name just boosts everything that I'm doing. And even when I chose to switch my business name, I also had a lot of business shifts happen at that time as well. So again, it's my business is going more in line with my true passion. So that's where things are going to start to see movement, and it's kind of cool. I'll have to let you guys in on a little bit more next time.
It's more than kind of cool. I think it's super amazing and awesome, but I'm a little biased. But I mean, I'm in 100% agreement, obviously, with respect to what you just said, and helping women tap in to, that inner goddess, and kind of embracing that nobility that we all have. But there's so many issues in society with respect to women and how they are perceived and how they perceive themselves, and lots of self-worth issues. So we definitely need more of what you're putting out there, for sure.
That's right.
So could you tell us a little bit about what is next for you and your business?
Well, in the immediate future, I am getting my yoga classes and business started out here in Oakland, California. I have 2 classes a week at New Ethic Gym. It is in Oakland. I teach Tuesdays at 5:30, Saturdays at 1. And then I also have a new class coming up, which I have not announced yet, so this is very special. I'm going to be teaching a mom and baby power vinyasa at Yoga Alameda in Alameda, California. That's going to be Sunday mornings at 10:30, and there's going to be plenty of workshops coming up for women's workshops, for detox workshops. The list is long, so keep an eye out. I'm not going to spoil everything. And then we talked a little bit about the retreat that's coming up. So that's definitely a big project in the works, and that's right around the corner. October 19th to the 24th in Mexico, sunny on the beach, put your feet in the sand. And then my next retreat is in November, right after the one in Mexico. This one's going to be down in Peru. It's also going to involve ayahuasca. So there will be more information about all of that on the website.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, we're just getting started out here and growing and enjoying the beautiful sunny California weather and the bipolar weather in San Francisco.
Rocking and rolling for sure. So let's just go over some details on how folks can get a hold of you if they have questions or they want to book a session with you, and if the availability exists to do anything through, remotely through like Skype or things of that nature, because obviously you're local to California, but do you offer the option to connect with people?
Absolutely. I do Skype sessions for life coaching, nutrition coaching. I also do private yoga sessions through Skype. So there's a long list of options there. So yeah, that's all available. Skype, FaceTime. If you don't have Skype or FaceTime, we can also do it by the phone. Obviously that makes the yoga sessions a little tricky, but it can happen. It works, promise.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
When there's a will, there's a way. So my contact information is best to reach me by email, just because I'm always working on things with clients, teaching classes, and all that good stuff. Is aryawellness@gmail.com. So that's AARYA wellness, WELLNESS @gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can also go onto my website, aryawellness.com, and you can send me a contact request on there as well underneath the contact tab.
Excellent. Right. And let's see. People can connect with you through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter as well, which is all, of course, included on your website. All that information, all that contact information is there, as well as if you are tuning into this broadcast from my website, dragonflyoracle.com, all of the contact information for Jen is included on this this post on the website. So, and if there's any question other than that, definitely reach out to me, and I'll get you connected. So, with that, I've been monitoring to see if there's been any questions coming in, and there's not any questions, but there's a lot of praise coming through for people that are really impressed with your story and are happy that you have been part of Guru Tuesday today. So I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there for you. And of course, if any questions come up after the broadcast, then we'll definitely field those your direction. Sound
Great,
good?
that sounds wonderful. Thanks everybody for joining and for being open to hear what I'm all about. And y'all have a beautiful day.
Yes,
and
awesome.
Char, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything.
Yes, I am so very happy that you chose to do this with me, and it's been a big blessing for me as well. And I wish you nothing but the more success than you could ever imagine, and I have no doubt that that's going to happen for you. So thank you for joining us today, Jen, and also to everybody out there that's watching, thank you so much for tuning in. This broadcast will be available for infinity until the internet is no longer existent. So if you were touched by this, by Jen's story, then please feel free to share it through Facebook, social media, or just send it to whomever you think may benefit from hearing from Jen and maybe connecting with her. So again, I want to thank the audience for tuning in, and I hope that you, Jen, and everybody watching has a beautifully blessed day. Alrighty, so
thank you.
With that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Again, thanks so much for your time.
You're
Take
welcome.
care.
Thank you. Namaste.
Bye-bye.